In July of 2024 in Palm Bay, Florida, after initially calling 911 to report a fake home invasion, 16-year-old Julia Eckler is accused of killing her mother, Kelly McCollum, and her mother's 22-year-old boyfriend, Matthew Shinerock. Here is the body cam footage.
Come outside. Come outside. Come outside. What is going on? Why is that door smashed?
Someone came in. Should we get the two? Can we have medical respond? We have blood on the floor.
Who's bleeding? Where's your mom? Stay here. Stay here. Hey. Hang on. It was 10:33. Somebody stay out here with her.
Can we do that?
Inside the residence, responding officers found two deceased bodies, an adult female in the living room and an adult male in the bathroom, both with apparent gunshot wounds. The victims were identified as 41-year-old Kelly McCollum, the mother of Julia, and Kelly's 22-year-old boyfriend, Matthew Shinerock. Multiple shell casings were found near the male victim. Julia did not report their presence or condition during the 911 call. The scene is consistent with a double homicide.
Please help me. It just grabbed the phone. It just grabbed the phone.
If you just grab the phone in time.
Okay, who do you live here with, hon? Your mom, are you okay? Are you injured at all?
Physically, no.
No? Okay. Who else lives here? Just your mom?
Her boyfriend was around a lot.
Her boyfriend? What's his name?
Matthew.
Matthew? Mm-hmm. Was there any arguments or anything tonight?
Between who? Me and my mom's talking about I told her I loved her.
Don't want to get it started.
It's okay. I should have told her I loved her. Hey, it's okay. I'll never get to her.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thanks so much. It's not very family thing to do.
I apologize for having feelings. It's okay.
While authorities conducted a search of the home, Julia was moved to the driveway for additional questioning.
Were you asleep? No? Okay. I'm coming for it.
When it started.
What started?
When he came up.
Matthew came up to the window?
No, I don't know who it was.
You don't know who it was? Okay. Is front window right here?
No. And glass sliding doors are back. It over. It was close to that.
Where was your mom at?
Her and her boyfriend were out. They were buying. I'm afraid. I heard that.
Was it like a couple minutes ago?
No, it was like hours ago.
Like a couple hours ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, did you call your mom and tell her?
I couldn't call anyone because I couldn't have time to go to the phone. I ran into the room and I never got him. Back. He smashed the back door and I don't think he knew that it was unlocked, but that's why I was in such a rush to get the dogs to my room because I knew that he could just open the door and come in.
Okay, so this guy smashed the back window while you're inside. And did you call 911? Okay.
I couldn't do anything.
Okay. So you just stay in your room.
I was so scared I couldn't. I couldn't do anything.
According to Julia, an unknown intruder broke in through the sliding doors at the back of the house while the couple was gone. She told the detectives she fled to her room with the family dogs and stayed there hiding.
What was wrong? It was so quiet. In silence. I heard
What was loud? Like yelling?
No, I think I heard gunshots.
Okay.
When I heard those, I knew someone that died. I can feel it, you know? I don't know if that sounds stupid, but
Who killed them?
I don't know. I don't know who he was.
So you're saying that your mom and him weren't home when this person was breaking in to the house. Did you hear your mom and her boyfriend come home?
I think it was I couldn't do anything but listen. It was just so loud. I just couldn't take it anymore.
Okay. Was he white, black?
Look, it might have been black because I don't know if I had to guess, maybe.
Is there guns inside the home?
It was.
There was? Where did it go?
No,
How do you know it's not there anymore?
I don't know.
So whoever broke in came and took the gun.
I think so. It's not good.
What happened to your hand?
Oh, that's an old scar.
An old scar? How'd you get that?
I think one day I was coming home from just going out on a walk or going somewhere, and I broke the window to get in because the door was locked and Mom wasn't home.
Oh, okay.
You guys are having conversations. But you said it with the light out when someone started breaking into the house. But these text messages that are happening at 9:15 p.m.
Maybe it was like some sort of.
Did you check to see if she had a pulse or anything like that?
I didn't touch her, so I in her breathing, it was a big pool of blood, so I just
So you just what?
assumed, I guess.
Is that you did the same thing with Matthew? Assume.
They were all bloody and really good. Blood all over the beds, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't want. I just felt like if I did anything, it would be worse.
You mentioned to me earlier how the glass had been broken. How did you know that? How do you know it was used?
I saw that when I looked out there, I saw that thing was moved from the original house, so I saw that the camera wasn't where it originally was because it was like propped up against the house. It wasn't in the same spot. So this is just me assuming that's what he used. I mean, for all I know, he could have kicked it in. I don't know.
The detectives asked Julia if she has any idea who would have done this.
My mom said that. Just remember when I told you that her boyfriend used to live over there, and that's who lives over there is Matthew's and stuff. My mom told me once that they were really into like drugs and stuff. I don't know if it was someone who had some kind of like grudge and came after them, or because they didn't really seem like they. But this is just me like thinking, yeah, but they didn't really seem like they wanted to be in particular. It was like, because if you think about it, if I know that there were some dogs and stuff barking, and you don't want to go into a room with a pit bull in it. That's obviously a dumb thing to do. Like, when you think about it, a pit bull you don't know. You don't know if it's, pit bull's their reputation, whatever. But I don't know. It's just me thinking, like really racking my brain about it. But I genuinely don't know. It's just speculation, I guess.
The detective goes in to look at the crime scene and then talks to the officer.
Just on there asking a question.
No, I'm talking.
So I don't know if she recorded anything. No, but don't ask me questions. I'm pretty sure she search her. Okay, good. She's talking about
An officer talks with Julia while they wait for transportation to the police station.
It's like a little bad dream, but I can't wake up.
I can't even begin to imagine. I'm sorry.
When I wake up tomorrow, my mom's supposed to be there to say good morning, honey. Did you sleep? I'm sorry I'm crying so much.
You don't need to apologize for that.
I know it's not a very guyish thing to do, but
On the contrary, it is.
I thought it doesn't make any sense to me that it's trans, so that's why I'm saying stuff like that, I guess.
Of course it makes sense to me. What do you prefer to go by then?
Was talking to my mom about it. She said, if you had been born a boy, I would have named you Jasper.
Julia has now told the officer that she is transgender.
I'm going to jail.
How would you go to jail?
I can't go anywhere else.
It's not what happens.
Julia was taken to the police station and remained with the officers while waiting for the detectives.
Wow, what a night. It's so busy.
I don't know. Well, I get that a lot. I guess I just haven't had them doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did you get the lady over there on Melba earlier? That's where I was at, somebody got hit by a car. Was it you? Okay. You apologized, so I thought I'd figure I'd ask.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
You and your Honda Civic, I thought I saw a Honda Civic in the area.
Yeah, me and my Honda Civic hit an old lady. And then
Spoiler and everything.
didn't even stop to check if she was fine. Yeah, I did that.
Wait, it was you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm the criminal here.
Julia was given a fresh set of clothes and brought into the interrogation room, where detectives questioned her about the earlier argument she had had with her mother.
What is it that you're doing or that she's doing that's not fair to you?
Well, me and her would have a lot of arguments about things, especially over like me being trans. So she'd be like, "You're not a real boy," and blah blah blah, and all, the whole spiel of transphobic stuff.
Okay.
But
She doesn't approve of your lifestyle, she doesn't approve of that.
Would you say
she was like trying to kind of meet me in the middle, but it wasn't really working all that well all the time. She would try to call me child instead of, because it's more like gender neutral rather than kind of meeting in the middle, I guess.
Okay. Is she misgendering you?
Yeah.
So when you guys are arguing, is she intentionally, calling you she, or not using the appropriate pronouns, or not referring to you as Jasper and referring you as Julia?
The detectives asked Julia about her relationship with her mother's boyfriend, Matthew, who is only a couple years older than Julia.
He's just a couple years older than you, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
No, I didn't like it. I don't really support their relationships to things, so I think that's the only kind of like tension that there was between us, because it would always be kind of awkward when it was just me and him in the house, because we wouldn't say shit to each other.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, I don't really want you here, and it was kind of obvious because I didn't support the relationship at all.
So they leave around 7. What are you doing in the house?
Just being on the couch, trying to relax, having my Switch.
What game are you playing?
I think I had like Minecraft or Five Nights at Freddy's on it.
Minecraft or what?
Minecraft or like Five Nights at Freddy's on it, something like that.
Say that again?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
What is that? Is it like a horror, like Freddy Krueger?
It's like a horror game.
Okay. You ever played Dead by Daylight? That's what it kind of reminds me of. It's kind of the same thing. You're trying to escape a killer. Freddy Krueger's one of them.
I hear him like walking around and stuff, and just kind of.
So you're saying him, so do you know that, does this guy look like a male? The suspect, does he look like a male?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Okay, can you tell if he was white or black?
If I had to guess, maybe black.
Okay. Like, was his face covered with a mask, or was he?
I think he had like some kind of hood. It was like up and kind of, but
Detectives now let Julia know that they know a lot more than what they're letting on.
I think this is tough for you. Okay. To be quite honest with you, we don't believe that this is how this happened. Okay. All right. We've looked over this crime scene, and there's things in this crime scene that's not adding up with what you're saying. Okay. Because I don't believe the story about someone coming into the house. Okay. There's evidence that shows that we looked at your surveillance camera. Okay. We don't see nobody coming through that back door. Okay, we looked at your surveillance camera. We see your parents coming home through the front door. Okay. We see bloody footprints inside the dining room area in front of the rear sliding glass door underneath the glass. That blood should be on top of the glass. Tell us what happened. I'm gonna ask you straight up, okay? Are you the reason why? Did you hurt your parents today, your mom and Matthew? And if you did, was there a reason why you had to do it? Let's go with them coming home. When they walked through the door, tell me what happened.
theoretically speaking, let's say what you're saying, that it was, theoretically speaking, let's say that it was me, right? What,
So I'm trying to be honest with you, it's not really theoretical at this point. Everything he just stated to you is telling us that something happened that you're not telling us, right?
so you're basically saying that I'm the culprit?
We're not saying that at all. But evidence shows us on surveillance cameras, it shows them walking into the house. It shows nobody in the backyard. It shows nobody breaking into the house.
The way the camera is angled.
100%. But someone would be seen either hopping the fence, coming around the fence, whatever, and you know that. You know that the camera is angled a certain way. You know that you can walk out that sliding glass door and go undetected.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point you just made. So this is why we know especially we've seen a lot of crime scenes.
I'm saying there's a blind spot between the two cameras, and the way that they're angled makes it obvious.
Yeah, but
Someone would have to know that. Someone would have to know that there's a blind spot there. Someone that's not random, that's not randomly coming to your back door and breaking the back door unbeknownst.
They're not gonna know any of that.
This person would have had to have known the way the camera's set up only by viewing it from an app, right? You can't really tell.
You can see it from the outside of the house.
Sure, but you can't see the exact scope. There's wide lenses. You don't know exactly what it's doing, but guess who does? And guess who just pointed that out? You do. So the only thing that makes sense in this instance here is that if this random person that you're saying came up to the back sliding glass door would have had to known that there was something to break the door, they would have had to come into the house and known that there was firearms inside the house, ammunition inside the house to use to then kill your mom and Matthew. For what reason? And then not only that.
At no point do they ever go to your door. And if you think he's worried about some dogs and he has a gun, he ain't worried about no dogs. Okay? So that didn't make sense right there. All right? Now, you was just about to say, what if it was you that did this?
I'm saying theoretically.
Okay,
Theoretically what?
what?
you said that get it off your chest and whatever, but it's like, that's not how that works. It's,
Of course, it's not gonna go away that quick, it's not. But you gives us a reason, because other people are gonna look at this interview, and they're gonna wanna know, is this a monster over here, or is this somebody who made a terrible mistake? Did either Matthew or your mom, did any one of them try to do anything to you when they came home? Huh?
no.
Okay, so what happened? And why?
Where are you at in the house when they get home? Because we know you were not in your bedroom.
I don't understand how you can say that, how you know I'm not in my bedroom. How would you know that?
So your bedroom door was closed, correct? At the time this incident took place. The way that the blood spatter is projecting suggests that maybe that wasn't the exact case. It could have been closed, but maybe not all the way. Like you're saying, it was locked.
Well, I mean, I couldn't lock it. The lock is reversed on the door handle.
Okay. You made a comment earlier about silence being really loud. It's happening right now. And even though you're not saying it with your mouth, your silence is saying it is loud. That makes sense?
Did you shoot your parents, your mom and Matthew? Julia,
I apologize, Jasper.
Jasper, right. Did you shoot your mom and Matthew today?
Well, you're basically saying that I did, so do you even need my answer?
Well, we want you, like I said, we want you to tell us what happened. And tell us what, we're giving you this opportunity to tell us what went on, what was going on to make you do this.
Officials say Julia Egler later admitted she had shot both victims. Police reported that late the night of July the 6th, the teen stole a .38 caliber handgun from her mother's bedroom. She placed both the gun and the knife in her pockets and waited for the pair to return home. When the couple arrived home a short time later, Egler said, "Welcome home," before drawing the gun and firing at her mother, Kelly McCollum, several times, records show. She then turned the weapon on Matthew Shinerock, who was pleading for the teen to stop. Egler then followed Shinerock into the bathroom where she stabbed him repeatedly with a chef's knife and shot him again, according to police reports. Although initially charged as a juvenile, the state attorney's office announced along with the indictment that she would be tried as an adult. Under U.S. Supreme Court ruling and Florida statute, the teenager will not be eligible for the death penalty.